Shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Dash, and double honor to the apostle and elders, great millstone, and shalom to the IEM teaching his word, about the four corners, in truth and sincerity. I'm back with another lesson. This man for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, will only be edifying unto the elect. Alright, the true name of God is Yahweh, which means he is or he exists. And the name of his son is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves or he delivers. Okay? And that's what the world calls Jesus. That's not his name, it's Yahweh Shai, which is said in Hebrew. Slakia. But the topic of this lesson, is really going into how the men of the Lord will receive, spiritual power. When I say spiritual power, I'm talking about actual spiritual, power from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, as it was said in Acts, the first chapter, and as it happened throughout the scriptures, how the men of the Lord were given, specific control over the elements, where they can call down fire from heaven, where they can, fight, thousands of men, how they can leap over walls like David. How they can do certain things and move quickly. That is spiritual power from the Lord, and it will be granted to us as well, because this is what we believe, and this is what Yahweh Shai said himself. This is not just something that we making up. Yahweh Shai said that we go receive it, we go get it. We're gonna be a witness unto the to these different nations and to the uttermost parts of the earth. And these nations will know that it's from the Lord. They're gonna know that we are those men. Why you think they have? Why you think they gearing up? For these last days. Basically sharpening their sword, because they know what's coming. You think Esau got these robot dogs and these different soldiers and this different technology, just for these regular niggas with guns? No. He's prepared to fight. Because who are you fighting where you need a robot dog with a gun? Or you need a robot to fight. A regular man could do that. An extremely trained, well man can do that. Just to show you that, what the time that we're coming into, we're gonna need it. Okay. This is I'm gonna start Revelation 12, because there's a reason why we're gonna need it. This is Revelation 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because you know that he had but a short time." So, when you read this scripture, when it says the devil's not actually talking about the spiritual entity, Satan. Devil just means deceiver. So when it talks about him coming down unto us, it's him, as you said, coming down unto us, coming into our neighborhoods and etc. Basically, throw us into concentration camps. Because that his time is short, because that, his kingdom is falling. That this is the end of his age. And him knowing that, in his mind he thinks, okay, I don't have much time. I just have to get these guys, just kill them, so they won't be part of the New World Order, because they not go align with it. They're not gonna bow down. They're not gonna bow down. Okay. And because of that, and because the Lord knows that, he's gonna cause power to be given unto us, because we cannot defend ourselves the way we are, especially with the artillery that this devil got. It's gonna be impossible. His blessing is the sword. So with that being said, there's gonna need to be divine intervention. Yes, divine intervention. Like, what? No, you crazy, man. Ain't gonna be no powers, man. Y'all niggas tripping. This ain't no comic books. Hey, man, for you to believe, for you to be able to receive this word, you have to believe. You gotta believe that things out of the ordinary are gonna start happening for you. Because we believe it. That's our belief. That's our faith. All right, you know, Jake, you believe in miracles, right? You believe that God moves in mysterious ways. You know, we believe in that too. That the Lord moves in quote unquote mysterious ways. All right. The scriptures say, you know, if you have faith of a mustard seed, you can lift a mountain. You got to believe that. You can't have no doubt in your heart. When Esau Edom rose up, you have to believe that the Lord will defend me no matter what the situation presents. All right. This is Isaiah 41:14. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob." I'm gonna start at 13. It says, "For I, the Lord Yahweh, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee." So again, this is the mindset that you have to have. All right. The Lord said this, that he's telling us to fear not. He's gonna help us. Right, your greatest enemy. All right, your greatest enemy is your own mind. Right, you cannot let doubts of thought, all right, get into your mind like, damn, man, how the hell I'm gonna get out of this? All right, and going carnally not gonna help you either. All right, so faith is gonna be required. All right, if you don't have faith, you will not make it. It's as simple as that. All right, 1 + 1 is 2. Right. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord Yahweh." The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. All right, the Lord said he's gonna help you, he's gonna help you. That's it. Right? Like you have a woman. Right? You tell that woman, okay, you know, I'm gonna handle this. You expect her to be like, okay, and for her to not, you know, worry about it and be like, oh, did you do it yet? Oh, I don't, you know, doubting and shit like that, right? That's how the Lord expects us to act. Because we are likened unto a woman unto the Lord, like the scripture say in Jeremiah 6:2. He is likened Israel unto a common and delicate woman. All right, you expect your woman to believe in you, to have confidence in you. The Lord expects, you know, the same thing. Is no different. All right. It says, "And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel," it says, "Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth, right, having power." The Lord's gonna have us, you know, to be changed in a way. All right, Jesus become a new person, having, you know, power. It says, "Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and make the hills chaff." It says, "Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away." It says, "And the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord Yahweh. It shall glory in the Holy One of Israel." So we're gonna need to have this power to defend ourselves from, all right, Esau Edom, because Esau Edom got fighter jets, he got drones and shit like that, right? He got soldiers, all right. He got robot dogs and etc. To take down his new world, to take down his new system, take down his new world order. All right, we're gonna be used. All right, we're gonna be used. Right now, we're just fishing, but in the future, we're gonna be used to hunt. All right. So like you know, we're gonna be used to hunt. Okay. In Jeremiah 16 it says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them, and afterward will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rock." So, you know, right now we fishing for the elect, but in the future, all right, when the famine of the word hits, when we not preaching no more, and we gonna be out there hunting, you know, those that get, you know, spiritual power. All right, because not you know, everybody is not going to get spiritual power. Not saying that everybody's not going to be protected. We all will be protected, whether it be by an angel, all right, or spiritual power. We will be fine. All right, some may be martyrs, etc. You know, but focusing on the topic, you know, some men are going to receive that power to, you know, to take down, all right, you know, Esau's armies, all right. And take down, you know, Judge Jake as well, judge the heathen. All right, because ultimately it is a day of judgment. It's not only judgment for 2/3, but just a judgment for those that, you know, that came up against, you know, the Lord as well. All right, these different nations that have made atonement against us, against the anointed. This is Acts 1 and start at 6. It says, "When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?" Right? So these are the disciples asking Yahushua, right? You know, or one asking Yahushua, when is he going to restore the kingdom to Israel? Okay? Because as they sought the kingdom, we seek the kingdom as well in their time. Okay? It says, and he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father had put in his own power, because nobody knows when that day is, or when the day of the Lord is. Not even Yahweh himself will know. And definitely nobody here on earth knows. It's only the Father, Yahweh. He says, but ye shall receive power after that the Ruach HaKodesh has come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost parts of the earth. So we're going to receive power. Okay, the Lord is going to grant us power for no matter what situation that we get put in. Power will be given. All right, the stuff that you see in movies where Thor is able to control lightning, how Superman is able to be bulletproof and fly and have cold breath and laser eyes. All right, it's you know, how the Flash is able to run fast. Who else? How, you know, like the Avatar is able to control the elements, which is a perfect example. Right, that's the type of power that will be given. All right, because why not? That's the level of our faith. You know, it should be that things like that will happen for us. Okay, because it says in Job, the 5th chapter, starting at, I'm gonna start at 15. It says, but he saveth the poor from the sword, and it says from their mouth and from the hand of the mighty. Who represents the poor? We represent the poor. So the Lord's going to deliver us. He's going to save us from the sword. Who's the sword? Esau, Edom. Right? It says, so the poor had hope, and iniquity stopped at her mouth. Behold, happy is the man who the Most High correcteth. Therefore, despise not the chastening of the Almighty. Right? You know, we get chastised by the Lord, but it's ultimately to build us up, to become the man that we need to be in the future. It says, for he maketh sore and bind it up. He woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, even in 7, there shall no evil touch thee. So, through everything, through the Jacob's trouble, and ultimately to the destruction, we will be, all right, delivered. Right? It says, in famine, he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. There you go. No matter the situation, all right, no matter the situation, we will be delivered. All right, so we're not fearful of what's to come. All right, there may be a little, you know, anxiety. You know, we still in the flesh. There may be anxiety, but we still will persevere. What is true strength? All right, what is true strength? Being able to persevere when you feel like you weak. That's strength. Okay. It says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Right? So the Lord is telling us to not be afraid. And we won't be. Right? Because we're going to see all the ways that the Lord is going to be delivering us in different scenarios. When shit hit the fan, be like, damn, the Lord saved me. It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. So you see, the Lord's going to have it where the beasts that are going to be at peace with us. Power, all right, is going to be given, all right, to control the elements like the Avatar, earth bending, all right, water bending, air bending, all right, because those are the elements, right? Those are the elements. So we will be able to do certain things like that, right? And it's going to be your part time to be a man of the Lord, and you're going to know. Like, you're going to know, right? Because the scriptures tell us, you know, don't rejoice because, what is it? But because your name is written in the book. If I can find it, Salaki. Because the spirits. There you go, Luke 10 and 20. Well, 19 says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall be by any means hurt you. You see? Notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. So these are the things that we got to rejoice at, because not we're able to control the elements, because we gonna know that we part of the elect. Like, if you get that power, you gonna know 100% that the Lord, that you part of the elect, that you was there in the beginning when Yahweh shot. That's gonna be the evidence. All right. And not only that, but how the Lord's gonna be delivering us for those that don't get, spiritual power. How the angels are gonna be directing our steps, how we just escaping different scenarios by the skin of our teeth. We just gonna give praises to the Lord. All right, because we gonna know that we special. We not regular men. Low willing part of the elect. We not regular men. All right, we the like the scripture said, the jewels. We are the ones that are without guile. All right, that have no guile in front of the throne. If you paraphrasing, okay, being part of the elect is a very high honor. You are one of the greatest men to be created. All right, by Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. All right. But hey, man, with that alone, this lesson was edifying. I want to give our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Chakudash, and the honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and shalom to the high keep teaching his word. We got the four corners and truths to study. We almost out of here. Keep pushing. Shalom.